night you pull over, you find like a campground near a lake.
Get some beer.
Yeah, it's not all the way across the lake, but you see like a campfire going, and you hear some voices and some music playing.
I'm gonna want beer for him.
I'll get out of the lawn chair and just sit out by the lake and crack open a can of beer and try to ignore everybody else.
Okay, so you are transforming into a bear and walking over there.
I never wasn't a bear.
No, yeah, that's true.
So we just drive around with the bear in the back of the truck.
Yeah, you might have to change that because if somebody's driving around with a live bear in an S stand,
All right,
probably
fine.
would have got pulled over. I pulled you over because you have a bear behind.
Put the wig on the bear.
You start hearing screaming
NPC says,
from the other side where the campfire is. It does look like there's some sort of fight going on.
okay.
There's people screaming, and as you see this fighting going on, you do start to sense the worm sitting there. So he walked off. These two start growling all of a sudden. You can hear the screaming. What are you three doing? You were changing to a cat and you're starting to run after him.
Yep.
I'm going to finish my beer.
Okay, finish your beer.
Like this.
Chug, chug, chug,
Yeah,
chug.
And
So
I'll start
Pulling out
moving.
my-
I'll start moving after them, but I'm not like, I'm probably half running.
okay. As you get to that,
Except for Winnebago's walking like a few feet behind his crack.
Kylie, you're just like jumping nimbly bimbly from tree to tree, kind of parked behind everybody, almost like blocking it in is this big RV. And as you come into the clearing, that sense worm kicks up and you're like, yeah, I know that smell.
Oh, the worms got themselves an RV.
You notice 7 of them are not like the others. They are they're moving around. It's had like a ruffian look to them.
It's the Lost Boys.
Yeah, kind of.
I was Brad in high school.
Yeah. You see another guy basically drop a girl, and she's falls to the ground. Her throat is all red here. It looks like it's kind of tore out, not just bitten, but tore out.
When do we frenzy? Oh no, Winnebago, you frenzied?
You see beer getting
You
spilled.
made me drop my beer.
You made Kylie. You rage, and it you automatically shift to Krynos, jump sideways at it with your arch. We're gonna go into rounds, so everybody can roll initiatives. So
I'm just gonna see how far I can knock
This
them.
man's gonna see who tramples down.
okay, so you dropped all 4s and charge them. You swear to God, you're the fly up about 12 feet,
Look at that.
plow into the tree, and just kind of you do it like this one. I want to make it bloody and gory and action packed. So you run up to him, see yourself in his sunglasses, just everything's kind of dark and shadowy with that look. You see the other guru, they're like right there. It just you're looking at them through like one of those pebbled glass shower doors.
Right.
Like everybody else is kind of a wobbly shadow. Theirs is a solid shadow, just a solid black silhouette, and it shows just how corrupt they are. Now, your glaive, it's just a bone glaive. It's not magical or made of wood or anything like that.
Yeah, it's bone.
It's
with
bone.
ruined thing.
Okay.
It's from a Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah.
Spirit of Halloween.
Yeah. It's really sharp plastic.
Okay, so you stab him. He's like, that looks so cool.
1, 2, I got 3 successes.
Okay, so she is not going to die.
Okay.
Go in my house.
I've got a Reese's Pieces number cleavage.
I hate that.
I thought you were, what? Huh? Oh, it's your cleavage. I don't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hold on, let me just try to talk like Dennis.
I'm gonna drag this SOB into the Umbra.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Ought to be a trip for this dude.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a bad day.
But you notice when he gets into the Umbra, he almost goes like catatonic. And then you see him like get this look of horror on his face, and you hear voices behind you. And as you turn, you see like a bunch of wraiths, like the dead, are reaching for him like, you belong here. waiting. And they're actually reaching for him. And when a vampire enters the Umbra, they should have been there.
Oh.
They should have gone to the Oblivion, and they didn't. So whenever one gets in the Umbra, the way I see it is the race are like, we're reclaiming you. And they actually manage to, unless you do something, if you're just going to watch.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's probably like...
Yeah. And when they grab him, you see them pull him out, like his spirit, out of his shell. And as soon as he starts pulling, like the spirit exits his body, he starts screaming, no, no. And they take him out of his shell. And as he does, the shell looks like when you set something on fire and it's just cinder. And as soon as his last little shred of spirit leaves that shell, there's like an umbral wind. It just, and it's like when you have the ashes.
Huh.
It just blows away.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was cool.
That's how I see when you pull a vampire into the Umbra. That's what would happen.
Yeah, I would have grabbed him by the throat and actually, can I headbutt him? Because I've got that special move.
Oh yeah, you can headbutt.
Yeah.
Do you have it
Butt
written down
head,
how to
it's
do
called.
that?
That's used in it.
You shove the
Very harmful.
vampire into Jack, and Jack does this. He impales himself on his claws, and Jack just rips outward and rips him from like clear down to the spine.
And then acts like Flash Death.
There's a chair there. Blood rain.
It's Winnebago's lawn chair.
Yeah.
He brought it.
That guy's gonna get.
That's my man, y'all.
That guy, definitely that guy, and I love him. Welcome to Halloween with Rockin' Tours Society. Rockin' Tours Society.
If the corpses are knocking. Hump, death, hump, death, hump, death.
Death hump. Death Humpty Hump.
Okay, so
Oh, if he sees his cuddle puddle.
before you go up and rip out the side, since you guys are going to go first anyway, you kind of realize this might be actually useful to the group. Because right now you're driving these pickup truck and this little tiny pickup truck, which is not comfortable for everybody. This thing is a
Do I
big
notice
RV.
anything off about the thing at all? Does it
Oh, nice.
It's a 1996 Fleetwood Bounder. I was looking up for RVs and I'm like, that's
That's nice.
and this is the inside.
bear cave?
Yep.
In fact, I get in bear form, I go onto the RV and go all the way to the back and claim it.